Alright, good morning everyone. Today we're here on Mount Haguro, which is one of the three Dewa Sanzan Mountains of Yamagata Prefecture. It's the first mountain of the three mountains. It's called Mount Haguro. It represents the world of the present and earthly desires. And this trail, this mountain, was first opened in the 6th AD. It's a 1.7 kilometer trail that has 2,447 stone steps that go up to the top. And today we're here at the beginning of May. So during this time of year you have the shinryoku, or the fresh green colors. The fresh green leaves that are just blooming from the trees. And during this time of year, the green on this mountain is very pure, it's very light, very vibrant. So in my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful times of the year. And in addition to the fresh green colors, we also have many flowers that are blooming on this mountain as well. So very beautiful time to climb this mountain, and I think we're going to have a great hike. Now just two things to take in mind. Mount Haguro has a very deep spiritual history to it. It's the home of the Yamabushi. We're not going to go too in-depth into that history today. We're mainly going to focus on the natural beauty and some of the history and some of the spirituality of this mountain. So let's go check it out. Alright, right at the entrance of Mount Haguro, you have this really nice map. And from here to the Dewa Sanzan Shrine, I mentioned earlier it's 1.7 kilometers. The thing to note about this area is that it's shaded by the forest, it's nice and cool, so even in the summer, this hike is really good. And another thing to note is, as you can see in this map, along the way, we're going to be crossing some rivers. We're going to be seeing many landmarks along the way of the trail. And also, if you look here, you can see Mount Gassan and Mount Yudono. So this is Mount Haguro, this is Mount Gassan, and this is Mount Yudono. These are the three mountains of the Dewa Sanzan. Okay, and this is where the trail starts. This is the Tsuruoka gate, and it marks the entrance and the start of this trail. Okay, so this is the first part of the trail of Mount Haguro. And right after you go through the Tsuruoka gate, what's interesting is that you start this hike by taking a very deep descent into the mountain. And also right here, this is where the stone steps start. Each of these stone steps are all hand carved, and there's 2,446 of them that go all the way up the mountain. Alright, when you're walking along the trail, also be sure to take a look at the steps, because along the trail there's 33 of these stone carvings just like this. They come in all different sizes and shapes. They're words, they're carvings of sake cups, of Yamabushi mountain monks and whatnot. And it's said that if you find all 33 on your climb up, that you can have a wish come true. Okay, right here you see the next major landmark on Mount Haguro. This is the Haguro River, and it's crossed by a beautiful red bridge that overlooks the river and also the waterfall right over here. But one other thing I want to point out right here is that during this time of year, I mentioned the shinryoku, which is the fresh green. It's a fresh green in early summer, and you can really see it right here, just the light shining through the fresh green leaves. And later in the summer, these leaves will get a bit darker, they'll get some blemishes on them, but during this one time of year, these green leaves are bright, they're light green in color, and they're very pure, and they're just incredibly, incredibly beautiful. As you walk up Mount Haguro, you're going to be taking in the sight of the massive cedar tree forest around you. But the oldest tree here on Mount Haguro is actually this tree right here. This is called the Grandfather Cedar, and it's believed to be over 1,000 years old. And also, if you look in the background, we can see the 5-story pagoda. Let's go get a closer look. And right here is the 5-story pagoda of Mount Haguro, the Gojin no To. This structure here is over 600 years old, but the original 5-story pagoda that burned down was over 1,000 years old. In this structure right here, the main structure was built without a single nail. All the wood was cut to form and put together and fit together. And one other amazing thing about this pagoda is that it actually has a giant hanging pendulum within it. And this technology is the same technology used in modern skyscrapers, where it counteracts against the shaking of an earthquake. So that technology existed over 1,000 years ago here in Yamagata Prefecture. So here's another view of the 5-story pagoda. And one thing I'd like to talk about is that during the Akinomide festival here on Mount Haguro, you'll have hundreds of Yamabushi that will start from the Tsuruoka gate, make their way down to the 5-story pagoda, And after this, they'll make their way up the steps of Mount Haguro up to the Dewa Sanzan Shrine, where they'll stay in the mountains doing training for up to 1 week. And they're not allowed to bathe. They're in the Shirozosuke robes, so you have to eat Shojin and Ryori, very, very meager meals. And they spend a week doing intensive training, and they come out of the mountains reborn. So if you get the chance to visit Mount Haguro, I would try to visit during the summer season when you could see that festival, see the Yamabushi. So you can see more information about that in our article in the link below. Okay, and just past the 5-story pagoda, you'll see that there's a very sharp incline in the trail here. And although the stone trail of Mount Haguro begins at the Zushiman Gate, I would say that the actual climb of Mount Haguro begins just after the 5-story pagoda. From here is when we have continuous climbing all the way up to the top. And this is where you'll need some level of physical ability to be able to climb. But if you're not able to climb the mountain, you can also go back up to the Zushiman Gate, catch a bus to the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. But as you'll see in the video from now on, I definitely recommend climbing because this is where the most beautiful part of Mount Haguro is. This is the second major hill, the second major climb of Mount Haguro. And as you can see, it's pretty steep. It's a big continuous climb for maybe 100 meters or so. But once we clear this part of the trail, it's pretty smooth sailing. It's not too hard after this. And as you'll see, we have a very nice view waiting for us. Here's what I was talking about when I said that this path with the line of trees is so beautiful. Check this out. This path right here, this is incredible. It's my favorite part about the hike. But from here on, we have our next hill. So we have the Sannosaka, the third hill, the third and last hill climb of Mount Haguro. And then we'll be at the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. Let's go. All right, so we made it up the mountain here. And right here, this torii gate, this marks the entrance to the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. But actually, before we go into the shrine, I want to show one more area. This area right here, this is Saikon. And it's a temple lodging where you can actually spend the night here on Mount Haguro. One thing I'd recommend is that you can actually make a reservation for the Shojin Ryori, which is the traditional mountain vegetable diet of the Yamabushi mountain monks. So a perfect way to add to your hike, sorry I'm kind of tired, but hike up the mountain, go into Saikon, enjoy a very nice meal, a very nice Shojin Ryori meal, which is extremely healthy, very light. Enjoy some tea, relax, and then go into the shrine. And then after you visit the shrine, make your way back down the mountain. But unfortunately, it's closed due to the coronavirus, so we're gonna head straight to the shrine. Okay, so we made our way up the mountain, and right now we're here just above the torii gate. So we climbed 2,446 steps, and this is the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. But again, due to the virus, the shrine is not open itself. Behind me, the large structure right there, that's the Sanjingo Seiden. It's the largest thatched roof in Japan, and it's also where all three deities of the Dewa Sanzan Mountains are enshrined. And the reason being is because this mountain is the one you can visit during the entire year. So you can make an offering to all three of the gods of the Dewa Sanzan Mountains here. Here's some of the beautiful decoration on the Sanjingo Seiden. This is all hand-carved wood, and it goes all the way up. And besides the Sanjingo Seiden, there's also many other shrines here at the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. And this shrine right here, this is the shrine to Prince Hachiko, and he's the exiled prince who originally founded all three of the Dewa Sanzan Mountains in the 6th AD. So every year during the Akinomide, you have many monks that gather up here. And they do one of the most important rituals right here at this shrine. Okay, and right here, this is where you can actually enter the Dewa Sanzan Shrine. And you can see many artifacts related to the Yamabushi and the history of the Dewa Sanzan. But currently, due to the virus, this facility is closed. And also inside here, we're not really allowed to shoot video or photos. So I'll just shoot the outside for now. But when you come to the shrine, you can definitely go inside. I do encourage you to go inside. Anyways, I think this is going to be it for our video today. There's a lot more I want to show you the mountain. I want to show you a little bit of the inside. I want to show you more of the tea house. But due to the virus, it's just so limited. But maybe we'll make another video in the fall or maybe in the winter. Because throughout the year, Mount Haguro looks very, very different from the fall colors to the snow. Anyways, please look forward to more videos, and looking forward to seeing you next time.